to accompany them in their
Yeah.
daily
And
lives.
the group coordinates with you directly?
Yeah. Manuel, can
Yeah.
you, sorry, can we get back? Because now I've started recording.
Okay,
So
I
you can
see.
tell to start again by what Max is involved in. Yeah. Yeah.
Involving in, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Max has got two different groups.
Yeah.
One is working on music, both cultural and spiritual music.
Yeah.
And he has another group which they are working on making movies, all the stories, translating these stories into our daily life now, more
Hmm.
especially helping the young ones to understand whom we are, yeah, where we are coming from and where we are going. More
Perfect.
especially at these difficult times, yes.
Hmm.
Also, there is a Eileen in Bakri. Eileen Mulaisho has another group for the young ones. This is GBV group because she was working with the YWCA
Yeah.
and now she has a group. Also, she's part of the women group also in Bakri, which is run by Miss Membe, Bwaria Membe. So these are the three prospective team leaders whom I see that we are going to cooperate properly here in Linda before we go to Stumbeko where there is the Zali group. Them there are many, but the one who is running this one is Mr. Katumwa is running this group. So we were supposed to go this time to this side because of the rain came very heavily in the first place. Now it has reduced. Is when it has reduced is when I have this trip to go to the village first. So I
How
have
far is
changed
it
it.
from you?
Yeah, it has changed two venues. So instead of going to Stumbeko, I will first go to the village because I have this advantage when the rain has stopped so that I can meet farmers there in the village. So we discuss about humanism in farming, how we can translate helping one another for those
Yeah, beautiful.
who may don't have the idea what crop can we plant at this moment when we are facing these problems of dry season, more especially when you have dry spells. Sometimes it can remain 2 months continuously, then it comes on the break. So instead of sticking with one crop, we are going to introduce another crop. So this is we are going maybe on Monday or Tuesday. We
Hmm.
have to leave to the village, yes.
And
Yeah,
how far is it from you?
it's a little bit far. It's maybe 1,000.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's more than 1,000 kilometers
7
from
hours.
here.
Wow, that's very far.
Yeah,
7 hours drive.
yeah, it's 7 hours drive,
Yes.
maybe 7 or 8 hours.
Okay.
Yes.
Through,
Okay.
yeah, it's a little bit far.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe,
that's Stempeco.
yeah, no,
This is
to my village, not Tumbeko, but to my village.
Oh,
Yeah,
and this is your village.
yeah, it's my village, although I don't live there because I'm
Yeah,
related
yeah,
there.
no, I know, but this
Yeah.
is your ancestors who come from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
that's good.
they are farmers. They grow a lot of
Mm,
cassava. So
okay,
we want to help one another how they can
Yeah,
be
of course.
processing cassava for their food, maybe for their business.
yes,
Those are
yes, yes.
the thing which I want to go and do there. And
Yes,
now Max has joined us,
yes.
Hello,
so
Hello,
Max.
Max.
he can
Great to
say
see you.
something about his two groups.
Hello,
Hello, hello.
hello,
Yeah,
Max. How are you?
How are you, Antonio?
Hello, hello. Very good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Sorry, you have been tied up. I was really busy. I was moving up and down trying to organize programs, shows, and I'm also handling the youths and the kids in the society.
Wonderful.
There's a lot
Wonderful.
that is on the ground at the moment.
Yes.
Currently, I'm running a school, and Mom, she's one of the teachers. Paul is also one of the teachers. We have illiteracy classes. We have baby class from baby to grade 7. That's our main focus for the start.
Yes.
And I'm also handling the youths in the society. I'm training them in media. I'm also training them in movies because I'm trying to use non-violence as a point of contact where we
Yeah.
should be teaching in movies, as in when we are acting, the basis should be non-violence. So
Yes.
I'm trying to teach in a different way. Yeah,
Mm.
so there's a lot. So even today we are having a meeting with the youths. They are coming around 14 hours. We are having a meeting with them concerning the
Yes.
move that we're
Yes,
doing. Yeah.
And Emmanuel, you told me that he is also
Yeah,
Emmanuel is your son? Yeah.
yeah. Also, although I've forgotten about him because I didn't send him the link.
The link,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yes.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
But if
Okay.
we are recording, you can give the recording.
Yeah, it's very
Yes,
good. It's very
yeah,
good
yeah.
to.
Also, Emmanuel is tackling on a large compound that is from Unza going down there. Julius, you know this place. There is this big compound.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So him is teaching those young ones the behavioral change also because there are
Oh,
some who stick to drugs, bad behavior, and other vices,
okay. Okay.
engaging themselves in early marriages. Yeah. So they have
Okay.
started a group they are doing on that. Yeah,
Yes.
because there is
Okay. Okay.
also there is a man who is helping him how to organize. Him
Yes.
will introduce himself later because I
Okay.
cannot talk about that one. I haven't seen him. Yes,
Oh,
yeah, but
yes.
that
Yes.
what Emao is doing there. Yes.
Yeah. 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 Okay.
And how do you communicate? You phone up each other or?
Yeah, yeah.
normally,
When I do phone, then sometimes he physically come and visit us here so that we sit down, what the programs, how they are going there. Yeah, and they are looking forward maybe when we arrange next year. I have to start visiting them. Yeah. And I also I've forgotten also another one, Julius.
Yes.
This is Ruthie in Ngombe
Lucy.
compound. Ruthie, you remember her?
Yeah.
Ruthie,
From
yeah, in Ngombe, yeah,
Linda compound.
she, yeah,
yes,
she's disabled. Also, she's working
Okay.
with the
Give her
disabled
my
group. Yes,
greetings, please.
yeah, she's at a school,
Oh,
disabled school. Yes,
yes.
this
yeah,
is
she's
so good.
also want me to go and visit that place so
Yeah.
that we, yeah, fully we introduce and talk about behavioral change, humanist movement, and its activities. So
Okay.
that is what
Yeah.
we are looking at. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, Emmanuel is the admin. He is the one who is helping me how to go with the
Okay. So
board,
here's your admin.
how to
Yes.
download the information. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or all the handling of to keep pace of what each one is doing, or all the plans and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we have to we want to refer how we are planning and doing things, and we can follow more or less the track.
Yeah.
But it's
Yes.
not a priority, it's not urgent, it's just to have a vision of
Yes.
how
Yes.
you have been
Yes.
Yes.
progressing
Yeah.
along the months.
Yeah.
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 This
Very
is
nice.
like how we want to put more feet, hearts, and minds behind
Yes.
this project because we have to have uncountable very many teams, base
Yes. Yes.
teams in the
Yes.
locations to
Yes.
form, because like the weekly meetings, the condition for a proper weekly meeting that you have a comparatively small area so everyone can walk to the meeting.
Yes. Yes.
Because
Yes.
people can travel every week some distances for a weekly meeting. That's not possible.
Yeah. Yeah. It can't.
So
It
therefore,
can't.
the base team are very important, and they gradually you develop into a properly formed team of 10 base team members, and then you will also, on the way, you will develop the functions of admin and support, and all this. The good thing is that we have now the this handbook for orienters. So those who are serious of forming his or her team, they can.
Yes.
This is very well explained. About what does it mean to be admin, what does it
Admin.
mean
Yeah.
to be a support, and so on.
Yes.
So
Yes.
so it's very nice to see how this is all, like in Zambia, revived because
Yes.
the Zambian humanist movement has this memory. You have,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 Yes. Yeah.
So
And
that's a good thing, no? Mm.
Yeah, it is very true. Zambia needs to revive because I remember from 2000 when you used to come and have meeting, yeah, things were different than the way they are now.
Yeah,
We find that most of the humanist members that we had, they went away. They have forgotten the value, the principles that we are learning, the relationship that we built. Most of them they have isolated themselves. So it's high time for us now try to bring them closer and to reinforce the information that has
yeah.
been lost. What I
But
feel.
I can tell you,
Exactly.
Max, that
Yes.
I have experience from Iceland, of course, from
Yes.
from from 40 years, you know. So
Yes.
there
Yes.
are many ex-members here, but in those turbulent times and when things are really, uh, strange things are happening in the world, the wars and the confusions, then they I have met many of them, and they said, "I never get, I never forget the
Yes.
humanism.
Yes.
Never forget the Siloism I learned." So they have it in their hearts, you know.
They are
That's
Yes.
very
heart
Yes.
good.
sister.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
excellent.
yeah. So please try to find them. And I'm thinking always about Shadrach, the
Yes.
former
Yes.
admin, because he
Yeah.
was my admin, and
Yes.
Miniver was my support in the process.
Ah,
Yeah,
hmm.
yeah.
Mm.
So have you had any news of him?
Mr. Shadrach normally comes once in a while. He comes and he leaves. He comes and leaves. But most of the
Uh,
time when he comes, we usually interact.
So he is still around.
Yeah, he's still around. He comes once in a while. Maybe after a few months,
Please
he show up.
give him my warmest greetings.
Amen. Amen. We'll do
Yes,
that.
do so. Yeah, please.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
How good. But it's excellent also what Max is doing in terms of media, because we are living the times of the media and the electronic and production and audiovisual and all these type of things. And we
So
can reach much further if we have a little film, or like Julius is doing now, we are recording our session. So you send
Yes.
the text later on and everybody can participate. And then even if they are not present, they get the feeling of it because they can see the images, listen to the discussions, understand the points. So that is very invaluable to not only to reconnect people who haven't been in touch for some time, but
Mm.
also to gather new people.
Mm.
yes,
This
And
is what I'm trying to use the same initiative to, like, I'm
yeah,
teaching the
mm,
youths.
yeah,
Mainly they are grown from the, let me just say, from the age of 5 up to the age of 35.
that's
I'm training
fantastic.
them, some of them, to be presenters, so because we want to be going in the communities so that the
That's great.
community have a say. Because I feel like in Zambia there's freedom of democracy. We need to speak what we see in our community. We need to share our beliefs. So I feel like we need to be having an encounter with the community. Like, we go in the street, we begin to question them things, we share our values, what we believe in, so that
Yeah,
even the nation will know. So mainly, this is a main meeting that we are having today.
brilliant. Inviting people to think and to reflect,
Yes, to think
because
and
the
reflect and
media,
share what we
the
went through.
official media is so biased that they
Yes,
just push in one direction.
yes,
And
it's very true.
sometimes we get very depressed when we are in contact just with that media because everything
Yes,
looks so negative and without a
yes,
solution. But the large, by far majority is people like you and I and Julius and Miniver and people who
yes,
have open hearts and who want to improve things and who think
yes.
about positive things.
Mm,
And nobody knows about that. And so it's so important to really distribute that sort of messages in very simple terms, but people sort of have then a
mm.
point of reference in the minds.
Mm. So we are
It's
calling the program. We are calling the program to say the community have a say. So we'll be coming up with a theme, then we go in the community so that the community should have a say over the theme that we have raised. Then we'll be
very
questioning
good.
them.
Yeah.
As we are questioning them, we are finding way also to explain to them, to teach to them what we believe in and how we expect to live. That's our
Oh,
main focus.
interesting. We tried a few months back a course on nonviolent journalism where we recruited people in different parts, mostly university graduates, but they were
Yes,
all younger people.
yes,
And over a 12 week period, with one session per week, but then they had a mentor that also met with them to check the work.
Mhm.
We had two short events of 2 hours per week. And there are lots of materials prepared, lots of exercises, and many explanations. Some of them, of course, they are for more for the level of somebody who has been in the university, young,
Yeah.
active, but who wanted, he liked journalism, that the candidate, the type of people who were there, men and women, and they are invited during the course to develop pieces to write about different subjects and to
Yes.
produce some short audio visuals
Wow.
and of real experiences on the street, of interviews in day-to-day life. You go to the market, you talk to some of the others, you ask them what are the main problems that you face, blah blah blah. And so it's so good because it moves quickly and it gives real experience to those following the course.
So that this is what we are doing. It's the same thing that we are doing because youths, we find that youths are coming out, they are opening up what they are passing through, what they have gone through. And I'm also having some of the guys who are into magic. So it's sort of a magic set tricks that they just play games. As they
Yeah,
are playing games, it's telling the people, we are also teaching in form of a story. And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
others, they are also sharing their story, their hateful story, what they have been through, the parents they have lost, and other ideas. We are trying to bring everything together.
That's so nice. That's so
So
nice because it's real. It's close to the level of people. It's close to the experience of people.
yes, yes, yes,
And
yes,
when we
yes,
talk about the experience and we share that, it's so powerful.
yes, 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 yes.
Much more than theoretical speeches and that.
Yes, yes.
Because
So our main goal is to be having events where we'll be allowing each and everyone to come and just participate in a like a revival show where we share ideas, common values, what the community expect, and also how can we implement our community to make our community grow. So there's a lot that we have put on the ground. So it is today where I'm drafting everything. So after the meeting, maybe I can forward the meetings to you. And
really, I mean,
I'll
those are
make sure that
real forums. And I will send even at the moment, I will ask for permission to Tony, who is drafting all that um, nonviolent journalism course. But I
yes.
have the draft because he circulated last week to us who were part of the team to give our opinions about how he is doing. If he allows me to share it with you, so you can read and take some ideas that you
Yeah,
consider
it will be a
appropriate.
good thing. Yeah, it will be a good thing because it will also help me to stand as I'm teaching others. I will have deeper understanding about what I'm sharing to others.
Yeah,
It's
brilliant,
sort of
very
like
good. No?
me reading, allowing myself to grow as I'm also impacting
Yeah,
other
very good.
people to grow as well.
So if you promise me not to share it with anyone, I mean,
And,
because no,
I,
because I may not have the authority of the person drafting. It
I
is a very
know,
good friend of ours. He's Tony Robinson.
Tony
yes, I
And we
know.
Robbins.
and we
I will not
developed
share.
all that together. But anyway, you can take advantage of that, and we will not say anything. And then
Amen.
I will not disrespect his author rights because he is
Yes.
the one putting it together.
Because
Yes.
We,
it will really help me because even as we are going with mom to the village because we'll be
yeah,
having a program there because she'll be sharing. I will also be teaching, so it will
yeah,
also
yeah,
help me to have more ideas about what we are
excellent.
supposed to do.
And with
Yes.
Miniver, of course, and your brothers and sisters, you can share it, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
not
exactly.
beyond. No? Yes,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Mhm.
That's a
yes,
good thing.
Thank you
yeah.
very much. We are
Well,
humbled.
it's a wonderful plan that you have, and then I get a picture of how you are planning to expand. And
Yes, I've
so,
tried small, small. Okay.
what other things you have in mind to discuss, Julius?
Oh, Julius.
Well, I think really we have had a nice little overview of what they're doing,
Yeah, yeah,
and even I think it is a good thing to call it a video, more or less, to because this is a nice piece. It should not be too long, but it gives
no,
some spirit and the ideas of what is happening in Zambia. And then I know many very interesting things are happening also in Kenya. So
Yes.
we can develop almost like the culture of having little chats like that
Yes.
to then go to spread the ideas, you know,
Yes.
yeah,
to learn from each other. This is the whole thing, to learn things from each other that are building and constructing this universal human nation that we were aiming for. This is how life should
Yeah.
can be.
Yeah.
This is what is
That's
wrong
right.
with all this, and this is so possible. So this is where we are going, and we go from the small, and then we will have many other demonstration effect for other places, not only Africa, everywhere. This is a good method.
It's good, and also people and do people read there some of the materials, for example, the Humanize the Earth, and then because we have distributed in on the list, we have distributed Silo's message, but in Silo's message, the main component is the book. The book is the look within, the inner look.
The
The
inner
inner
look,
look.
yes.
Yeah.
And in the inner look, there are very good explanations, although sometimes they are, each one of those are themes like for reflection, for meditation, but it explains what is the force, it explains what is the process of reflection that help him as a person to develop and to progress from the contradiction level of consciousness to an awakened level of consciousness. And that experience is very nice to share with everyone because it's what we all have to do with that, no? And if we have it on file and people can read it on the phones or on the computer, and how common is to have an intelligent phone that allows you to read a file or to read a proper message or something? Is it very common there? Lots of people have it, or is very rare?
Uh, Most of the people they have phones. Most even our studying nowadays in Zambia is on phone.
You see?
Yes, they usually study on phone. It's online. It's always online.
It's extraordinary. It's extraordinary because no
They-
matter if you are in a very rural and far away place and all that, we are all
you read-
connected through
Yes.
this net. That's
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
then we can have like audio with the various exercises.
Text to explain
Yes.
them,
Yes.
and
But
then people can
yes,
be training out of their own curiosity or interest
yes,
simultaneously in many places, and we can expand faster, no? Very
yes.
fast. Yeah.
So like recently I bought the HDMI TV card slot, and I also bought a live sound card because I want when we go out for meetings so that we can be broadcasting a pre-TV online so that we can share the link. Everyone will be
Oh,
able to
that
see
is fantastic.
the
No, and
live
what
meeting.
program are you using for production of short videos and that? What sort of
I
program?
use Adobe Premiere Pro.
Ah,
After I shoot the videos, I edit with Adobe Premiere Pro. Then upon finishing, then I can
Can
upload
you
it on
put it in?
Facebook.
Can you put it in the chat there? You below you can see the
Adobe.
chat
Mm.
box.
Yes,
Can you
after,
put
after,
your
upon finishing shooting the video, I'll be editing the videos. After editing the videos, I'll be sharing with you. Then I can also upload on Facebook and YouTube. Even on Instagram, we can put them
okay?
there
Okay,
Hmm.
so that everyone can be reading.
that's
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's the main thing, because if even when we're having a meeting, a live meeting, we can also be showcasing on Facebook or on YouTube for those who are having our link. So it's all
Yes,
about sharing the link, and they're able to see what we are
yes,
doing.
yes.
That's the
This
main
come
thing that
yes. This brings into my mind because I am really blessed with no knowledge of technology. Then I get this idea that there are so many people like you, Max, they're working
Yes,
with the new generation, working with the
yes,
with podcasts and I think I
yes,
don't know the names. And
yes,
now we should categorically or in an organized way try to make a network of the likes of you.
yes,
So,
yes, yes.
so you can have like a technical, or whatever we want to call this network for production of the silos things
Yes, yes.
into the phones.
I can do that.
Yeah, yeah,
including
yeah.
for
So
example,
we will advertise, on the various WhatsApp groups that
yes,
who wants to join this network, and they can contact you.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
yeah,
so powerful,
We
no?
can be going through. We can be going through the Silos book. Then we share the messages and we make short videos. Then we circulate them all over. We can even
yes,
be putting them on Instagram. This because Instagram people normally um, this Instagram and TikTok. Many people are go all over on TikTok seeing the videos that people are posting.
yes,
So it
yes,
will be very
yes,
easy for people
yes.
to go and
And
see what is happening.
yes, and another idea is that please, if I ask you, Antonio, if Antonio can be a part of this network, because he can
Yes,
have
Yeah.
the menu, you know.
And
That,
yes,
I am a bit dumb in everything that is modern media. I know the value that it has, but I am not
yeah,
practical.
I can see.
But I am looking on my list. David Anderson is our editor in New York. And
Yes.
David Anderson is a French guy who has lived in New York for the last 30 years. So he's French American. And
Wow.
is very good because that office of Presenza is very active. And he
Yes.
knows the production of all these materials and what are the programs that are for free or very easy to use and that
Yes.
we use in the training course that I was just talking about. And I
Yes.
will see if we can invite David to one of the meetings, or I give you the coordinates and you can get in touch with him there.
And that would be a good thing because
To
it can also help us to be sharing. We can also make a link where we can be having interaction with the Kenyan, Ugandan, Ghanaian, so that whatever they are doing and what we are doing here, we are just circulating the same thing all over. So it will
fantastic.
help us to spread the information at the faster
All
pace.
over a region, all
Yes,
over
yes.
Africa. That's
Yes,
fantastic. Very very nice and interesting and the good thing is that this is within our possibilities now, because we are
yes.
poor and we are stationed
Yes,
in
but we
some
have the
place, we have
skills.
lots of limitations, so this cuts
Yes,
across everything, all the barriers, if we
yes,
yes.
use it wisely, and that's
Amen.
great.
yes, yes.
Yes.
I am very impressed with what I am hearing, and maybe we can
We are humbled. Thank you
that
very much
is
for
You
your
see that?
minimalist
prayers.
You see
minimalist
that?
creations over the years. That's
Yeah.
absolutely extraordinary. Yes,
You see that?
that's
Yes.
good.
Antonio was very happy.
Huh? Yeah.
Antonio was
Yeah.
very happy.
Yeah, because
Thank
I
you.
see
Thank you very
the
much.
power and we go in our day-to-day things with our
Yeah.
neighbors, we are immediate people and all that, but on the other hand, we are building things that can be shared and disseminated to everyone.
That's a main key. That's a main key. We will
That's
try
right.
to entertain them in the way they want, but we're also teaching them what they supposed to be. That's
Yes.
the
Yeah.
main focus. Yes.
Giving other perspectives. I mean, we are not trying to impose anything, but just
I
showing how
know.
other things happen. It's a
Yes.
wonderful.
Yes.
It's so free, that manner of doing things.
Yeah, it's very true because
It
we
is
have
the
that if we can have that platform, you can be like coming on the platform.
yeah,
Then as we are all online, even the people are having our link, they're able to see what you are teaching about. To be a
Yeah.
good thing. To be a
Yes.
yeah,
very
Yes.
good
We'll
thing.
see how we move along those lines. I mean, a bit further. We'll
yeah,
get some
Okay.
ideas from David and across.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Well, if you let me, I will leave now in order to catch up with Petur at the airport. That will take
Okay,
me
please
like two
give
hours
him
to get
our
there.
best greetings.
Okay,
Thank you very
Julius, I
much.
will tell him.
Okay,
He's
Thank you
coming
so
from the
much.
so,
same city.
so to
Okay.
all of you,
All
peace
the
and
best.
enjoy.
Peace, force, and joy to you too.
Okay.
And you may
Okay,
never tell me if you received that parcel, because I don't trust very much Royal Mail. But anyway, we have to trust because we need you to
Yeah,
have.
no, we have to trust them. It will be
we have to watch,
inside
but
of
I
them.
didn't get
Yeah,
it. But
sorry. It's those herbs that we send by
yeah,
Royal
yeah,
Mail.
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
I want to
yeah,
let me know because I don't trust Royal Mail very much. I mean, but
yeah, 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 yeah,
in
okay,
other
okay,
cases it has worked and it should work now because
yeah,
we need it.
okay.
Yeah.
Take
Goodbye.
care.
Thank
All
you
the
very
best,
much.
eh?
Thank you
Thank you.
very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Thank you.
you.
bye,
Bye bye.
bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah.